Aloha mai kako. Aloha everyone. This is Kumu Ramsay here and wanted to say it's a privilege to be here, to be able to share with you today. Really, it's just a reflection. I think you may have heard me before, if you have, that we're all a reflection, especially when it comes to oponopono. So today we'll be talking about those concepts, the idea, the deeper principle, at least just scratching the surface, on underlying principle of Ho'oponopono, which is really that we're all a reflection. Remember, I can't see you. I can't see me except through you. That's what we mean by the reflection. So today I'm going to share a reflection on the idea of how it is we interact with others. But let's start with this. Let's bring us into the space. E holokonono ke kino ame kauhane. I maalama pono kamanao ki ola ke kino I kamanawa apauloa. Aloha, aloha, aloha. Yeah, a reminder that those words talk about unification of mind, body, and spirit. It is when those three parts of ourselves are connected, aligned, that we become pono. This notion of being appropriate, being proper, being correct, being in the right place at the right time. Some people will use the term righteous when they use the term pono. But it's really about being appropriate. So when those three things, mind, body, spirit, aumakua, uhane, unihipili, are aligned, you become pono. And in that first part of the phrase I shared with you, it really talks about that. Unifying mind, body, and spirit to become one, singular. It's in that singularity that we become mindful, complete, whole, which is fundamentally what aloha is all about. The second part of the phrase acknowledges, one, that we want to care for and maintain that unity of mind, body, and spirit through all time, but also with all of those around us. We're all connected. So consequently, it reminds us that whatever we do to others, we do to ourselves. And what we do to ourselves, we do to others. So it's really about being mindful, understanding our connections, maintaining those connections, honoring those connections. And one of the best ways to honor that connection is to remember that we are a reflection of others, and they are reflections of us. So if we don't like what we see in the world, we don't like seeing what's in front of us, the first place we want to look is inside. I like to say it's an inside job. That inside job requires us to begin to ask ourselves, what is it about ourselves? What did we bring to a situation? Rather than customarily looking outside and blaming those externalities, or holding the externalities responsible for the way I feel, or me making someone else feel badly. See, we're really not responsible for other people's feelings. It'd be nice if we're compassionate and we're caring and are mindful that our behavior may trigger or affect someone else. But when we reverse that, ask ourselves, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling when I'm with a person or think of a person or am engaging with them? What is that? Do we automatically go to a place that is holding them responsible for the way we're feeling? Ask yourself, how do we respond? What is that? Is it a reaction or is it a response? So today I'd like to reinforce this idea that perhaps there's a different question we want to ask ourselves. Rather than asking ourselves, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with the condition that I'm in? What's wrong with the external world? Maybe we ask ourselves a different question. So maybe repeat after me, in your own little safe place. The question would be this: what is it about me? Go ahead, you say it. What is it about me that allows me to see in you what bugs me? How about you? Hanaho, as we say, one more time. What is it about me that allows me to see in you what bugs me about you? Now, a different way to phrase that is, what is it about me? What did I bring to this particular situation? What memory, what thought, what expectation, what baggage? What baggage am I carrying that I brought to this situation? What expectations did I have of these people, of this place, of this situation? That is not meeting with my expectations, that perhaps is creating some, what we say, heva, or huki, tension within ourselves. What is it that's bothering me? Because it triggered within me. So what we're really saying here is it's not so much it, them, this place, that's causing what I'm experiencing. The cause is here. The cause is within me. The cause is my memory. Everything else is just a trigger. And so when I can get to that place, then that gives me a little opportunity. It gives me power. It restores power within me to be able to take responsibility. Not blame, there's a difference. Take responsibility for myself, for how I feel, how I react, how I respond. Because the concept is not just me, but we. How do we engage? And in another way, we is the three selves again that I mentioned in our opening. My au makua, my uhane, and my unihipili. The three of us. The hour in the being of we. And so when we ask ourselves, some may know this prayer. And, I think they call it the Lord's Prayer. It says, Our Father who art in heaven. Now let's just take that for a second, right? Who the heck is our? Who are we talking to? Our. But from the Ho'oponopono perspective, our could be this, that. Our being the uhane and the unihipili. The mother and the child in the system of Ho'oponopono that we're talking about. And so when these two things come together, they say our. We say our. Our what? Our Father, our makua, our higher spiritual self. And it is in that reconnection. So in that pule, that prayer that we know of that says, Our Father who art in heaven, we are really connecting internally. So once again, it's an inside job. So what is it about me that's inside that I brought to the situation? What memory is being triggered by what I just heard, what I just saw, what I just smelled? So this isn't just exclusive to our interactions with individuals, but with spaces. So once again, ask yourself, what is it about me? What did I bring to the situation that allows me to be triggered by that I just experienced? Why am I so angry? Why am I so frightened? Why do I feel like I need to run? Why did I move all the way across the country? Why did I find a new job? Why did I leave my last partner or companion or business associates? What was it about me that was triggered by that situation that stimulated my response, my action? Why am I here? This is all a culmination. Auntie Morna, Nalamaku Simeona, who was the kupuna, an elder who really mentored me. She'd like to pull on this ear a lot. And Auntie Morna would actually say this: we are the culmination, the collection of all of our thoughts, our fears, our anxieties, our aspirations, fundamentally our memories. Keep in mind, it's all memory. It's all about memory. Whether it's a past memory or the one we're about to create. Well, we're managing our memories. So I'm either reacting or responding to an old memory as I prepare to create a new memory. And it can only happen in the moment. So this balancing and understanding that what is past, what is future. In Hawaiian we say, Ikava ma mua, kava ma hope. Kava ma mua, kava ma hope. Mua meaning the time before. Hope is the time that's past, or the time after. So if we are sitting in the moment, the time before is the past. Ikava ma mua. If we're sitting in the present, then hope is the time over here. I'm sorry, the time before, the time after. Ikawama mua, kawama hope. My future is in the past. Therefore, what's coming is either a response or reaction to what I'm moving away from or moving to because of these memories. I want to improve my memory. I want to improve my condition. So there needs to be an acknowledgement of the present. So when we're engaging in things that are causing us internal huki, tension, pain or discomfort, is it outside or is it inside? Think about that. Contemplate for a moment. When you are feeling pain, when you are feeling discomfort, when you, I hope you're hearing this, when you are feeling uncomfortable, it's not them, it's not it, it's you. So the common denominator, every time we say, you bother me, it bothers me, this experience bothers me, the common denominator is me. So reframe it from that perspective. Because otherwise, if we don't do it that way, we become victims of externalities. When we are expecting it, them, the world, other things to change in order for us to feel better about ourselves. My tutus would say, no, it's not going to work out. Because it's not out there. Yeah? Because we walk around with it in here. So you can change rooms, you can change locations, you might even change spouses, companions. But it's within you, which means it's just going to surface again. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of when, not if. Now when, if it's this life, the next life, or how many more lives is it going to take for us to to cut, to release, to let this go? So Ho'oponopono is really in many ways a process that we use in the present to deal with the past as well as preparing for the future. Ikawama mua, kawama hope. I hope this makes sense. So let's think about the question one more time. What is it about me? What's in me? What did I bring to the situation that has created a condition among those that I'm with, that is brought out within them, that has triggered that animal, that is causing this tree to fall, or this weather to rain? Yes, it goes that far. We are all interconnected. As we started in saying today, we are all connected. So ask yourself, what is it about that is allowing me to be in this place at this time to experience this weather, this heat, this huki, this tension? Can't blame it, can we? We brought ourselves here. We made the decision. Now this is not blame now. This is responsibility. Take responsibility for the decisions we make. Now, we may be making decisions based on what others have helped us to create criteria, the criteria of our decision making. And so if we want to see change in my life, you want to see the changes, something different, we have to change the criteria of how we make our decisions. So consequently, if you want to see a different relationship, if you want to be in a different place, ask yourself, what decision screen are you using? What's helping you make a decision between X and Z? Because if you don't, then every Z will be the last X. A little pun intended there, but you never know what your future looks like. Everything is still based on your X. look inside. What is it? What is it about me? Are you catching that? So contemplate, think about for a second what that would be. Where are you right now? Where are you seated? Are you lost? Are you present? Are you looking to become? Or are you just being? That's the difference. Hopefully in our exchange, not just now, but in the future, because there will be other opportunities, is that we learn to become comfortable with just being. What is it about me that allows me to be me? What is it about me that allows me to see you in a way that is accepting? How can I accept myself? Because if I can't accept myself, it's very difficult for me to expect others to accept me. Until I can love myself, it may be asking too much for others to love me. So it's important to accept oneself, which may be hard to do if that acceptance is predicated, is relying on someone else doing that first. If I need the external world around me to accept who I am, if I need you to forgive me for my deeds, good, bad, or indifferent, what happens when you are no longer in the room? What happens when I'm no longer in the environment where these things occurred? Do I live my existence in guilt, fear, anger? Or do I find a way to move forward so that I can be more productive, and not just for myself, but for others? So this is an important conversation to have with oneself. And it's okay to talk to yourself. Your three selves, your mind, your body, and your spirit. And it is in that unification, once again, that we become true self. Now, as I'm explaining this, let me kind of dig in a little bit deeper here. Knowing who you are, having a sense of belonging is important, is what I'm talking about. When you can just be rather than working on becoming all the time. Because when you're always working on becoming, you're never really present. You're never really here. Write this down. Think about this. We are rarely ever where we really are. We are rarely ever where we really are. What do I mean by that? Well, somewhere in this conversation, I said something that triggered a thought, a memory. And in that triggering, you probably left the room for a minute. Your mind went off to the past experience, to the closet of memories, to the drawer, the box, whatever that is. And you went to that place to kind of capture that memory, to validate, is this guy saying anything that really makes sense to me? And it is in that moment that you left the room. And when you left the room, you weren't present. So we are rarely ever where we really are, because we're always interacting with our memories or our expectations. I'm expecting this to happen, and I start looking for it. So consequently, I'm not really present. So the key is, how do we become present? This is oponopono. To be present in the moment, in as much as moments are fleeting, because they don't last very long. If you try to capture a moment, it's very difficult to do. But for every moment, which is a reflection of the past, and every moment that is anticipation of the future, can we be in that moment? The answer is yes. And I think the answer comes with the question. What is it about me that allows me to see it, them, experience the world in a way that causes me to be the way I am? So next time we get together, we're going to go into the how to do that. Until then, aloha.